one of the interesting questions, because for me personally, Jyotisha first and foremost is a combination of it's a sadhana and shastra in itself. But how much the sadhana is important for an astrologer, and how much has it helped you actually?
So in our parampara, we are required, well, encouraged to have a personal sadhana. We're always encouraged to have a personal sadhana. And you could ask, well, isn't not enough to have the science? Some people will ask that, the science behind it. Is it not enough to have the science behind it? And I will say, of course, you need knowledge. Okay. And the way I was taught is that when you also have the spiritual backing, then it's as if you are magnetized towards the knowledge. Okay. Because you need, even as astrologers, and this is also going to explain part of the science behind astrology. Okay. And that is, astrology is so huge. It's so huge that Parashara had to make a separate chapter on chapters on Ashtaka Varga saying, you guys in Kali Yuga, you can't figure this out so easily. All of these chapters I have taught, you need numbers. You need calculations to figure this out. So, okay, this is, you can use this, try this, then maybe you will be able to figure this other part out. And which is fair. Right? And some people rely on that, which is great. Okay, it's great. And the way I was taught is that, yes, there's Ashtaka Varga, you should know it. It's useful. If you have this in the backdrop also, then you're even better. You need both. You cannot ignore everything in favor of Ashtaka Varga. And this is part of the story, that when you have such a vast amount of knowledge, if indeed you are in a position where there's a risk of you making a wrong judgment, then your sadhana can enable you to choose correctly. Let me give you a small example. Small. So, when it comes to the topic, let's say a person has come to you and you have to look at the chart and you are reading the chart and you're trying to find a solution to a problem. If the problem is associated with Badak Rashi, you will most likely choose two solutions. Most likely. Okay? Because the Badaka is making the astrologer find two solutions.
Yeah.
The first solution is correct. The second one is a distraction. So the astrologer, and this means any Jyotishi, doesn't have to be somebody whom is learning Jyotish from the Vedic Parampara. Okay? Any Jyotishi has now come under the guise of this chart. The chart is affecting the Jyotishi. They're reading it, they're trying to navigate it and figure it out, and Badaka has set in the Jyotishi. Forget the client. It's also set in the Jyotishi. And they're trying to navigate the problem. Okay? And so, in that, the Upadesha from the tradition, when that happens, choose the remedy you started off with, not the second one. Second one is a distraction. So we, Jyotishi, somehow have to catch that. Now, if that happens to the Jyotishi during reading a chart, imagine what else we're exposed to. Okay? Because the chart is impacting, the chart I'm reading is impacting me because I'm about to unearth how to help this person. The karmas are saying, hey, maybe this is not going to be easy to help this person. Maybe the karmas need to, be a bit more tough, especially Badaka. Badaka is a bit tough. Okay? Because in Badaka, there is some duta, a servant of a devata, who is come in and is causing torments to the person. Doesn't want the problem to be solved. Wants to continue what they're doing till it's done, till the karma is over. Okay?
To torment, yeah.
Maybe torment. It happens in very different ways.
Yeah.
And so the Jyotish is impacted by that, Jyotishi. So you can imagine how useful it is for the Jyotishi to have a sadhana backing them. Okay?
Right.
One of the major sadhanas Parashara is recommending for us is to perform graha mantras and graha sadhanas. This is in the end of Parashara. And this is what Adi Shankara teaches in the form of Prapancha Yagya. Okay. So we have something called that, and we worship grahas in that. Beautiful. And if we don't do that, we cannot dissolve the karmas. Okay. So good Jyotishis will have this in their backing. How to dissolve the karmas, how to deal with the karmas, how to address the karmas, how to every day have a refreshed new life because of you dealing with your karmas. All right. We Jyotishis need that. Adi Shankara, of course, the teacher of all the Paramparas of India, Adi Shankara has taught us that. Or rather the head of those Paramparas. He consolidated them. He put them together. So he has taught us that. He's given us the means to approach this.
Right.
And so that's why his work has different focuses on different spiritual groups for their benefit. And so Jyotishis are also coming under that. All of the Jyotishis have come under him. All the Paramparas are under the Shankaracharya. All of them in India. All right. They all are under the Shankara. Shankara represents all of the traditions of India. Vaishnava, Shakta, Shaiva, Surya, Ganesha, every single one. Okay. And we are blessed to have the information and knowledge in a solid parampara how to do it. We are advised to practice that. Another part of that is, it's a bit of a funny thing, that that in doing so, even if the remedy is wrong, it'll help the person. So the person chooses the wrong remedy, it's still going to work. Okay? It's still going to work. And that's why I can even get emails, scared emails. The person has gotten a remedy, they're doing it, and and it does something, but they weren't expecting that result. Okay. But this Jyotishi is a bit in a place where we actually don't really know what is necessary to happen to the person for them to get the result of the remedy. We don't really understand that fully. Okay.
Right.
Because if we're going to burn karma faster, sometimes that also implies they have to meet their karma faster. So this is where there's a bit of a gray area. Some people will argue they can see what the karma is and therefore what will happen and manifest faster. But you're under the domain of a devata when you're doing mantras, or rishis, depending on the mantra.
Beautiful.
So we do the sadhana so that we can choose properly, help properly. Even if we choose wrongly, we still will help by doing the right having this backdrop sadhana. And this also helps us because it is such, and I have put this across in a previous video, which is available on YouTube now, namely that when somebody comes to you with karmas, when you help them with the karmas, sometimes the burden of their karmas is so high, the Jyotish gets affected by it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Basis that, some people say all Jyotishis will have problems with their kids. Because every mantra goes first to kids. Every spiritual blessing or curse goes first to kids, then to the person.
And the mantra bhava is also
putra bhava.
Yeah.
Yes. I think this is different for ladies because ladies' mantra bhava is not their putra bhava. People will be a bit surprised with this if they haven't heard me say this before.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. But I leave that for another session. All right. Kalprakashika speaks on this. Now, in this, if you are the karmas from clients can go straight to you and affect you, it's true. So if you don't have a sadhana to address this, or at least something to help you deal with that person's karmas, did you draw a prashna to see what karmas they're carrying? Okay. Maybe you can't help them. It's possible. The client is coming with such karmas, you can't help them.
Indeed.
It's possible.
Indeed.
So you should be the bigger man, woman who is able to see that they're carrying such karmas and say, I can't take your money because if I take your money, it'll be for nothing. Okay?
Indeed.
See the prashna. There's a video on, 12th house in the prashna and how to examine that.
Yeah, you talked about it.
Yes, it's on YouTube. Yes. And so our sadhana is also addressing that. Yeah. And the stronger the sadhana of the Jyotishi, the more people they can help.
And the way is for Jyotishi to protect himself in a way also.
Yes, to address the karmas before they land up on a person's doorstep. Yes.
And Mrityunjaya mantra and so on and so forth. There are so many things that...
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, there are many ways to go about this. and trusts that any parampara, whether it's Jyotish or not, they are doing remedies as part of their practices, which are also addressing such issues, whether it be as a Jyotishi or as somebody dealing with people's problems. Okay?
Right.
Ideas also, for that matter. So yes, sadhana is very relevant. It helps the client. Okay? Very much. So that's the answer.
Beautiful.
Why do we do it? And of course, we are spiritual practitioners. We don't just do this for the money.
Yeah.
We got into Jyotish because we like Jyotish and we like spirituality. And then we said, well, is there a way I can do it every day? So I don't have to spend my time half times here, half times there. And then a life has gone with me praying that my job will be, that'll be retired and I can do Jyotish full time. So maybe if we're lucky, we can do it early. And I'm very lucky to have had that opportunity these many years. So that's a prayer. That's an opportunity that we can help people study what we love and also pursue a spiritual path. It's one integrated path, you can call it. So in addition to that, we are also doing sadhanas for our own growth spiritually. We're also doing that.
Right, okay? Right.
And fortunately, the same Jyotish sadhanas are helping us do that.
Yeah. The whole circle is there.
Yes, it's one integrated approach, you can call it.
Indeed.
Yes. Yeah.
So tell me, we were speaking about spirituality all the time, actually, because it's inseparable. Yeah. So how to see in the birth chart, actually, the individual's inclination towards spirituality through the example.
So I'll show an example. I'll first give the structure. All right. I will look at three things. Firstly, if I give the structure, you see Rashi, Navamsha, Vimshamsha, D20.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need Rashi to see if there's a hint. I need Navamsha to see you're pursuing that hint. And Vimshamsha to confirm that activity is making you more spiritual. Yeah. I have a similar approach to profession. Rashi to see if the opportunity is there. Navamsha to see if you're pursuing the opportunity. And Dashamsha to see how you're doing it and whether it's making you more wealthy.
Right.
So this is the approach. Rashi, Navamsha, and some additional Varga. This is the trifecta. My predecessors, which means also predecessors of my Guruji Sanjay Rath, Jagannath Rath, he always swore by, you must also always draw Jagannath Trikana. Okay, there's a specific Trikana, we term Jagannath Trikana. He didn't call it that. Okay, yeah. And that is because we can also see karma phala, whether the phala of the karma is there. Nowadays, people are subject to just Rashi Navamsha. But I will tell you this. What is the hint I need from Rashi? Because without the hint, I'm not getting anything.
Right.
And you have seen me already. I said, Bhava hints are there, Atma hints are there, Karaka hints are there. Okay? That's the way I go about it. So the Bhava hint, which is very common, is a yoga between the first and 12th houses. Distinctly, we put this across as a reference to a yoga I think it's called Parvata Yoga. That's the reference we have. All right? Leave that be for now. If Lagna Lord and 12th Lord are in Kendra to each other, the person will pursue a spiritual path. Okay? So from this, we have variations. We have variations of how this works together. But this is the basis. Okay? Correct. So let me take a prominent chart on this topic. We should see this in spiritual heads now. So this is the chart of Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. I think it's on screen now. Maharishi Mahesh Yogi.
Yes, it is.
And I've drawn, of course, the three charts. And let me bring up my paintbrush. So Lagna is what? Capricorn. Yeah. So Lagna Lord is Saturn.
Right.
12th Lord is Jupiter. They're in Kendra to each other.
Yes.
This is called Deva Bhakti. All right? Deva Bhakti. My mouse scribbling is not so good. All right?
Not a problem.
And so Deva Bhakti is coming from, this is the D20, excuse me. I'll just make this D1. And so Saturn and Jupiter in Kendra to each other. And this is also the case here. Lagna Lord and 12th Lord in Kendra to each other. Deva Bhakti is there. All right? Now I'll show one more chart of this. Let's go to his Sishya, Sri Sri Ravi Shankar. All right? Lovely chart. And in this chart, we will look at the 12th Lord. 12th Lord here is, I'm sorry, this is not his chart, is it? His chart is Mesha Lagna. How did we get this Lagna of Makara? All right. So I'll just move this forward. For some reason, this is giving a wrong chart. I will have to correct this later. But his chart is supposed to have Mesha Lagna, is what my Guruji has published. Okay. So Mangal is the Lagna Lord here. Jupiter is the 12th Lord here.
Yeah.
So they are in Kendra to each other. Yes, they're in Kendra. Yes. So therefore we can say, yes, Deva Bhakti is there. Deva Bhakti.
And two out of 5 Pancha Mahapurusha Yogas, yes, exalted both.
Now, I won't dwell on that much. Okay, for now, because if you say he is Ruchaka Yoga, I say I thought he is Mahamsa Yoga. He's a guru of that caliber.
Yeah. Okay?
And I think if we just go back here, Maharishi, Mahesh Yogi, he has Ruchaka Yoga. So his guru has Ruchaka Yoga, and Ravi Shankar Shrishi is having Hamsa, it appears, as his prominent yoga.
Yeah.
We leave that be for now. All right. That in itself is a big topic. Yes. How many Mahapurushas can you manifest?
Right. At the time. Yeah.
Yes, it's not easy. Okay. Because there's also longevity associated with it. Guru will give 90 years, Mangal will give 70 years of longevity. Okay. And how do you know if longevity is being affected by the Mahapurusha Yoga? So this is also a big question. How do you know? Some people don't even get affected by it, longevity-wise. So, big topic, Mahapurusha Yogas. So, in two prominent charts of spiritual people, very well-known spiritual people, this Lagna Lord, 12th Lord, Kendra, Deva Bhakti is there. Okay?
Yes.
The dilemma comes that not everybody is pursuing Deva Bhakti as their focus. Okay? It is very likely for many people that their focus has been Guru Bhakti. Right? And then the focus doesn't come on 1st and 12th Lord. Then it comes on Guru.
Right.
So in such a case, it's possible the 12th Lord, natural 12th Lord is what? Jupiter, right? So in such case, it's possible that Lagna Lord and 12th Lord are in Kendra to each other. I'm sorry. Lagna Lord and Jupiter are in Kendra to each other. I correct myself. That's how I was taught. You know, it can be Lagna Lord and 12th Lord, or it can be Lagna Lord and Jupiter. And even then we have small variations. Because what do you do if Jupiter is 12th Lord? Then how can you differentiate between Guru Bhakti and Deva Bhakti? Right? Problem.
Yeah.
So let me just show you my chart. This is the way I was taught. Visti Larsen is over here. Did I draw the 3 styles? I did.
Yes.
And let's see here. My Lagna Lord. So Jupiter firstly has not gone anywhere. He's here. Okay? He is placed here. He is not 12th Lord. So this question mark of whether he is 12th Lord or not goes away.
Right.
12th Lord is Venus. I put over here. Now, question is, all right, Visti, now look at Lagna Lord. So I'm Scorpio Lagna. Dilemma. What do? You see Mars? If you see Mars, Visti is not having Mars in Kendra to Jupiter nor to 12th Lord Venus. It's not working. But if you take Ketu, it's in Kendra to Jupiter.
Yes.
So I have Guru Bhakti.
Yes.
My focus is Guru Bhakti, which is true. That is actually my focus.
It
Guru
is.
Bhakti.
It is.
The attitude of somebody in Guru Bhakti is that they are relying a lot on study of the Guru. Knowledge, scriptures, rishis. They want to learn what the rishis said. They rely on that. Because of that, they can have a broad knowledge of many devatas. Not just one singular. Okay? Not just 2, not just 3. Many.
Right.
Now, what do you do if 12th Lord is Jupiter? I think you're Mesha Lagna. So 12th Lord is Jupiter?
Yeah. It is.
This is your chart.
9th, at the same time, yeah.
So what do we do? Okay. How do we work? Because this Jupiter cannot be both 12th Lord. He cannot be both Deva and Guru at the same time. So we need to figure out some type of replacement for this. Okay. So when I was taught this, I was told, so that means the planet which is going to behave like Jupiter here is either going to be the Lord of Jupiter's exaltation sign, is the moon. But Parashara states, no, you have to see the dispositor of Jupiter. But Jupiter is in own sign. He cannot be his own dispositor. So then you take the exaltation sign of Jupiter again. No matter what we do, it'll be moon for you. So moon is here. Now you'll say, but Visti, he's still not in Kendra from Mars.
Yeah,
I said, yes. So what can it be instead? Maybe they have yoga. Maybe they're not in Kendra to each other. Maybe they have yoga with each other. Okay. Mars is aspecting the moon here.
Yes, it's the Lagna Lord. Yeah.
And he's the Lagna Lord aspecting the moon. Moon doesn't seem to be aspecting back. Right? He's not.
Indeed.
Isn't it so that when we started our analysis to see your Jyotish pursuit, we were looking at a yoga between Mars and moon?
Yes, we did.
That's how we started?
We did, yeah.
Surya is the one giving the yoga between them.
Yes.
Dispositor 1 in the other sign. This is the yoga. This also means when I open your Navamsha, I'm going to check if Surya is the path you've chosen.
Yeah, Surya in the 9th. Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. This is the path you've chosen. All right. So you can have a third graha giving the yoga. It's like a supermarket. Which will you choose? You didn't choose Mars. You didn't choose moon. You chose Surya. Okay. Surya is very important for you.
Yeah.
Is your guru having anything to do with Surya? Your teacher, your Parampara teacher? Yeah, he has. Yes, I think he has very strong Surya. All right. Very prominent in his chart. We won't just mention the chart. But it's very prominent.
Yes. It is.
He will have something like Surya in Lagna or Surya Lagna or something like that he will have. Something.
Aspect in the Lagna, Lagnesh or something like that. Yeah.
Something, but very prominent. Not something simple. Not small drishti. It's prominent. So this Surya has given you the path.
It is.
When I open Navamsha, Surya will be prominent for you. Because you have chosen Surya, then mean whatever Surya yogas are happening, you have chosen that. That's the method.
Yeah, Surya is in the bhava of Guru. Yes, it is. Enshrined from Lagna, in Lagnamsha. Yes.
Yeah, I think let's open it for people here so they can see it here.
That's it. Yeah.
Because we will now debate. People said, Visti, this looks like you are doing some funny tricks here. You went from one, you went to the other, you chose neither. It's not like Ravi Shankar. It's not like Maharishi Mahesh Yogi. What's going on here? I say, yeah, it's not natural. Some people become spiritual because it's something not natural. But it depends on whether you chose that path in the Navamsha also. Navamsha is where you choose. Here, Surya is in Kona to the Navamsha Lagna. You're choosing this. You're accepting this. You want this.
Yes.
Right? There are a few other things we look for here, but this is a very important part of it.
It is.
Like, for example, Surya is your 10th lord. That means you'll earn from this.
Yeah. It is. Okay? It is. Yeah. Very interesting. Yeah.
In Navamsha. So, all right. So, now we've mentioned this method. This is the method to see it. In the D20 chart, see who is Karaka for spirituality. Surya is Karaka for spirituality and Dharma. Okay? Are you following Dharma?
Yes.
So there I'm interested in a well-placed Surya. It has to be well-placed. If it's in Dushtana, you think spirituality is in shadow in D20. So then it's not really spirituality. It's something else. Okay? But if it's in Kendra, Kona, you're accepting God in your life.
Yes.
Right? So D20 is the final place to confirm this. I won't open this for you at present. Because already now we have gone to Navamsha and people are like, what did you do here? Right? What is this? And because Navamsha is helping me make choice. Here's the nomenclature we give. We say, in the Rashi chart, Lagna is the most important, body. In Navamsha, the mind is the most important. What is mind doing? Making choices.
Right.
Okay. In Shastiyamsha, soul is more important.
That's interesting.
Did that answer your question?
Indeed, completely. Or at least if you have some maybe additional chart examples of either Ramakrishna or Vivekananda or something like that.
I'm pretty sure I have those charts. Let us see here. And so Thakur, Ramakrishna. Let's see his chart. And let me make sure this is east and north and south. And this is not so. Here we are. So Lagna Lord here, it is most likely we're going to treat what? We're going to say Saturn is 12th Lord. We have no choice there. Lagna Lord can be Saturn or Rahu. Can be both.
Yeah, both. Yeah.
Now the dilemma with making the statement that Saturn is also Lagna Lord is then I have to accept the concept of that there can be, that for every Aquarius Lagna, they're spiritual, which is far from it. Right? So we can't do that. So what do we do instead? Then we say, all right, Lagna Lord is either Saturn or Rahu. If Lagna Lord is Saturn, 12th Lord is not. Because 12th Lord will have to sit back and say, okay, I cannot be Karaka for spirituality. All right?
Right.
Now, is anybody in Kendra to this Saturn? Only Mars, yes? Yes. Only Mars.
Indeed.
And so this Mars, is it prominent for spirituality? It's Ucha in the 12th house. Yes.
Yes.
But does this have anything to do with his spiritual practices and his spirituality? I will have to say, if Lagna Lord is Saturn, then the 12th Lord will be the Lord of Saturn's sign, Venus. But he is not in Kendra to Saturn. What do we do in this chart? Okay. Difficult chart to glean spirituality from if one knows this, if one has this perspective. Okay.
Yes.
So what is the solution? Some people will say, Visti, take it easy. Take Lagna Lord Rahu. Okay. Does that work? Rahu is here, Saturn is here. They are not in Kendra to each other. They have something much more important going on. They are both in Venus's sign. They are naturally having yoga.
Yeah.
Okay. And Venus will cause the yoga. Venus is Devi. So if this person goes to a Devi temple, that's where he was working. Kali temple. Actually, it's Tarini. Okay. Bhavatarini temple. And so that is where he was working. So that is where the spirituality will come from.
Correct.
All right.
Correct.
Now, what if we take Vivekananda's chart? So there is a yoga between them. So if they have yoga, I don't have to look at Kendra. You see the point?
Yes.
Now, if I recall, it is in Vivekananda's chart, I was taught something quite important.
Sagittarius Lagna, I think it is, yeah.
Now, this is easy because in Vivekananda's chart, you will notice once I bring this up, D1, excuse me. So in his chart, it's very easy. You see 12th Lord is Mars or Ketu, you could say. Lagna Lord is Jupiter, and Mars and Jupiter are opposite each other.
Each other, yes.
So very clearly, this is a case. This is following the staple formula. Maharishi's formula, Shri formula.
Yes.
Vivekananda has the same.
Yes.
All right, we don't have to go far. We have to find links which are direct. Just like in your case, we found Surya link. In his case, it's Shukra link. You see? Yes. So that's how we will address that. And in your case, I said Surya. Oh, maybe you're worshipping Shiva.
Yeah, or some kind of Shaiva tradition. Yeah,
indeed.
Which is,
or in case of Thakur, he was worshipping Shakti, Shukra.
Yeah, and maybe you can very quickly. You can open my D20 for a moment, just to see the confirmation of that Surya. I think whether it's a Kendra or Trikona, I think it's in Kendra.
It is in Kendra. Yes. Then I can give this prediction. I can say, on account of mother or events pertaining to mother, your spirituality grows.
Yeah. Indeed.
Firstly, it is in Kendra, so it's available. And then the next step, it is in fourth. So that blessing is coming from mother. So the Surya position in the D20 is telling us from where the spirituality starts. Surya will initiate the spirituality in D20 from its Baba. For
the very end of this topic, and we can actually, again, the whole circle is between Jyotish and spirituality. In a chart of my late mother, she had the same Lagna as myself, the same Nakshatra Lagna as myself, and both of us having in 8 Baba, we have the three Grahas. So her Lagna Lord actually was Mangala in the 8th, but also it is her Putra Karaka, so in the Anuradha Nakshatra, which means that her son will do something connected to the 8th Bava, to the Vrishchika Rashi, and very interesting thing, which is at the very end.
I could put this in a different way. Lagna Lord's Charakaraka tells me for what reason you are here in this planet. Who are you here for? It may not be the big karmic reason, but who are you here for? Who are you doing for? And so if Putra Karaka is the Lagna Lord, you are here to take care of your children or kid or a child. Yeah. So you can say that her objective was fulfilled when you became settled in life, when you were taking care of life. This could be when you got married, when you started your profession, something like that. As soon as that happened, the reason for her to be there starts ending. Okay.
Yeah.
And that's good. That's good for her. Okay. It's good for her. It's good for you.
Visti, this was phenomenal, exceptional.
My pleasure.
We will continue most definitely.
Looking forward.
Again, thank you so much. And big hug to you and to your lovely family.
Thank you. Same to you. All the best. Pranam. Adesh.
Adesh.
Namaste.